Hey there, guys. What is going on? Sloppy here, playing in our Creativerse world, and I'm not going to do the song today. My throat hurts. It's early in the morning, and I think I already messed up the words to it. So, anyway, let's play some Creativerse. I want to build in this area. This is our Star Wars project. If you guys are new to it, and I love it. I'm really enjoying building it, but there's actually something I want to do before we continue work on this, and it has to do with this tree that we made last time. It's probably in the title somewhere. There's a community resource I think would be really handy to have on our server, and that's an area where we can put down blueprints and create blueprints and have blueprints that we can kind of go look at in person, specifically for like I guess I'm going to call them like resource blueprints. So perhaps not like a building and like, look how incredible this is, but more like, hey, do you need some custom trees for your area, or, you know, little riverbeds, you know, stuff that like is auxiliary to your build, like landscaping and stuff. And the reason I want to do it now is because I think it'll be super useful as we continue to build this project. It's not going to be super detailed or anything, the actual build itself. I just want to set up an area and put a, you know, teleporter to it in the hub. And, you know, basically have a place where people can go and look at trees and sort of maybe make some custom trees and have them in blueprints and, you know, have them labeled so they're easy to find as a blueprint. And, yeah. So, that's what I want to do. I have to find a big flat area, and yeah, I will, I guess, share some more details maybe once it's up a little bit. But yeah, no time to dilly-dally. Time to do it. There's no rhyme for dilly-dally. That made sense. So I was flying to look for some land, and I came across this build. I don't want to say whoever lives here, Baldric, is definitely an evil villain, but if you said it, I wouldn't disagree. I mean, this place would fit in Mordor. I mean, this is awesome. Look at this. I was just flying. This was my view, by the way. I was coming across this little ocean, and these wings are so cool. I was coming across this little ocean and saw this, which, just awesome. Yeah, it looks like there's a bunch over here. Okay. Hello. It's, yeah, we got like a water thing? This must be some fancy way to do the, traps, or, yeah, like those are from the Christmas thing, aren't they? Like, those are all traps. Yeah, you can see the candies. Or the gifts, whatever. That's interesting. Ooh. What? I mean, this place is pretty scary. I hope I'm not spoiling anything. It doesn't look like it's quite finished, perhaps, but yeah, we'll definitely come back over here if we get the go-ahead. It's a pretty sweet-looking tree with a rather large-looking guardian. See, like that right there would be a cool thing to have in our blueprint area that we're about to build, like a little volcano island, stuff like that. Don't use teleporter. Okay. Okay. That looks really good. Those weathered wood walls. Weathered wood walls. I love the use of colors in this. This is all magnetite. Wow. That would have taken a long time. Magnetite is not super convenient. Got storage room. Just a lot of keepas. You got furnaces. Wow. This place, it's a really interesting because the color scheme I find super fascinating. The magnetite actually looks really good. The texture of it really gives an interesting vibe. And then he's using like different colored lighting and blocks that I wouldn't think go together, but really, like, look at that chandelier. That is awesome. And I think in the middle is just a red light. What's kind of hidden. The gold and the... Wowzers. What an interesting color scheme. Baldric, this is awesome. This is really, really awesome. Man, I know I say it every time I see a cool build. This is why I love playing on a server with y'all. You know? You just get to stumble onto stuff like this. I've always liked the top of Magnetite. I always thought it would be like a cool flooring. This base is awesome though. And he's using tourmaline for the exterior walls. I mean, that's so much tourmaline too. Just this would have been a big collection project. Say that much. Anyway, I'm off. Amazing place. Up on the second floor of the community build section. Just a little simple blueprint area. Blueprint area, that is really, really cool. Wow, that thing's huge too, eh? Wowzers. Just giant and so neat. Anyway, blueprint area. Super basic. I didn't want to do anything too complicated. We basically just need a lot of space. Wow, that's a lot of pigsies spawning at once. You basically just need a lot of space, right? That's basically all you need. And then there's 4 sides. I want this to be very naturally moving. So, you know, there's sort of a loose pathway. I was thinking about going sort of 1 wide and sort of loosely connecting everything that way. It's just important everything has their own space. So I'm going to put down a few blueprints. I think I have sort of a really easy way of doing it in my head. And yeah, I was thinking at first about having 4 different directions, and each direction has sort of a theme, but I think it'd be cooler if it was just very natural. So if there's room, you could put down your blueprint, label it, and sort of move on. So yeah, I do want to put a little bit more structure into this place, as well as put down a few blueprints. I want to go grab a few different trees and have those down, because that's really what I want this area for. So yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of work here. The other thing I wanted to do was put down a chest. Medieval chest I feel like I never use. Automated chests are really big. Maybe medieval chest. Why not? Why not, right? Yeah, I sort of want to put this down somewhere over here. And, you know, put down things that we need for, like, the labeling of blueprints, I guess. I want a block that you can outline. What's, like, a neat block that I never use that's really cheap to make? I kind of want it to be like bright too. I mean, limestone wall, carved limestone wall is quite cheap and feels appropriate. The gold is kind of expensive. I mean, that's kind of fun. I just want like a really random block that you can use to outline the edge of the blueprint that just stands out quite drastically. I think limestone wall might be the most appropriate. We'll try it. We'll try it. We might try a few. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to put down some blueprints, put down some paths, and yeah, I just think this area is going to be super useful to have as sort of a resource, even if I'm the only one who uses it. I have plans to make a bunch of trees shortly, so yeah. So one thing about blueprints is I think cleaning them up a little bit. Some of them have a lot of like the auxiliary stuff. It's pretty hard to get like a tree on its own. So I think that, you know, the ones over here we could try and clean up a little bit. So this one is the one I used recently. It's got a little bit of extra stuff. You know, we've got this little mound over here and like a little extra leaves, but like it's pretty clean. Getting rid of this is super easy. Auto build can't be canceled. Yeah, that's fine. So I had 1 cubit. You can see, oh, it's so cool. You can see what I did here. That's the name of the blueprint. And then I built it. So, yeah, I'm a little confused. Does it just, like, stay here? I guess. If I pick that up, is it still... Yeah, look at that! That's pretty incredible, actually. So, like, in theory, I could just put it back down here? Yeah. Yeah, that works. So that would sort of be the idea. And then you can see the white blocks. I outlined the actual size of where the blueprint covers. So, looking at it, I could probably move the blueprint in a little bit, but yeah, that's sort of the idea with this place, is that... Yeah, and then, you know, I could come here and I could look at this and think, yeah, this tree looks really good for what I want. And the idea would be that there's a whole bunch of trees that I can look at and select. So, yeah, I'm going to get a few more blueprints down here. And, yeah. I mean, the idea is pretty easy. I don't know why I keep trying to explain it. It's not overly complicated. I just think it'll be, like, a good resource to have. Especially for the nature-y things. So, yeah, I brought over a few more that I'm going to plop down, and I'll see you guys in a minute. So, here we are, quite a while later, and I've done a little bit. You can see I've got some bridges across. I also used, I think, 8 blueprints. So I tried to get some with, like, varying sizes and stuff. There's some really, really, really big blueprints that... are kind of tricky. Even though I chose a pretty large space, I almost need to clear out space to get some of the bigger ones down. But I've gotten a few different ones. You can see I've got, this is the tree we used. Give me that tree. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We've got Ashenwood Tree 1, which is a pretty nice looking tree. I've got some smaller ones. I basically went through the store and tried to get a few different ones. We got this cool Japanese bonsai tree, which I think looks really cool. So I tried to get a few different styles, a few different themes, a few different sizes. This was the only one I kind of messed up because these actually overlap. I've got some smaller ones here. So this is the name of it, and then I've also got the blueprint in the chest. So I think people should be able to find them. There's a little bit of more terraforming I need to do, I think. But there's some really cool trees here, and this is the biggest one I did, which is really, really big. Yeah. So, this is kind of the idea. You can see it's pretty loosely placed, but, you know, you can come through here, look for different trees, and then, you know, be able to find the blueprint really easily. And I think this will be a cool area. So if you guys want to contribute, it's in the TP hub. Feel free to place them down wherever. I would love to keep some semblance of structure, so, you know, but, yeah. This is the idea, and, you know, I think it'll be useful. Even already, like, there's some really cool trees here that, like, you know, like, this tree here is really neat, but would be such a pain to make yourself, so, yeah, I'm gonna be adding more to it, I think, over time, for sure. You know, maybe I'll try and add 2 or 3 every episode, something like that. But if you guys want to contribute, of course, please do, and, yeah, it's pretty easy if you have a bunch of qubits, which you get from the login bundles, so that's really cool, and yeah, I think that's about it for this area for now. I've been over here quite a while, and yeah, I don't want just trees. There's so many really cool little things that I hope to add in this area. Also a great, maybe, live stream activity once I'm able to do that again. But yeah. So, blueprint area is here, and I'm curious to see where it goes. Yeah, the one idea I did have was, like, to have these be, like, you know, this side will be trees, this side will be various things. I don't know, though. That seems pretty, I don't know, difficult to enforce or something. I don't know. Also, just trees take up more space, so... I think more natural feeling is good. The other thing I guess to point out is I did outline the outside of each of these blueprints with limestone walls, which I think could help. So you can see, like, this blueprint is a little bit larger. So, yeah. blueprints. Blueprint area. Fun, fun. I don't have a ton of time left to record, but I did want to do a little bit of building. We're probably not going to do anything too structurally. Does that make sense? I don't want to do anything too design-wise, but I have another about 30 minutes. I'm a schedule person, all right? I have about 30 minutes left for how long I normally schedule to record, so I'm hoping just to get 30 minutes worth of block building done. And yeah, I think I kind of want to extend this wall, see how far I want to get it, and then maybe even start putting a back wall in this place. Yeah, I really want to get a bunch of the structure done so that I can start to make rooms and play with some of the adventure mechanics I want to have in here. So, without further ado, time to get... no, move doesn't rhyme with ado. Without further ado, time to do some construction. Nope. There's a rhyme there that I'm missing. I know there is. But, yeah, here we go. And I'm out of time, but I got a really good start. I think I've got the actual sort of length and shape of the building done, which feels really good. Feels really, really good. The building of this has been weird and sporadic, you know? I feel like I'm doing different sections at all times, so... Yeah, but tons of space, and yeah, it should be a lot of fun to build. So anyway, let me know what you guys think of our blueprint area. I think it'll be a cool resource, and I feel like I've said that exact phrase like 25 times in this episode now. But let me know what you guys think of those comments down below. I'd love to hear. And subscribe for more, all that jazz. I'm really excited to keep working on this. I have some cool plans for what we're going to do next week, so be sure to subscribe and all that jazz. And I will see you guys in the next one. Ciao.